Hello guys, it's been a while. I know. Uh, all right. So I mean, yeah, you with me. Okay, that's so stupid. Okay, hey, I'm Neax, and I want to tell you some story about the digital life. The digital life. Okay. So to first begin with how I'm doing. I'm fine. If you're curious, okay. So I'm currently designing a house for myself. I don't know, maybe just for a hobby, but maybe someone interested on me doing something like this and they want to pay for my service. Sure, I can do that and I can make you a beautiful house. So I try. Not that I'm an expert, but well, I did my best. Okay. Back to when I want to explain. Okay, the first thing you notice is that I using program called Sweet Home 3. Yeah. So the reason I use this program, well, not the reason exactly, but there's more than that. I think the first thing that you might want to know that this program is, well, basically it's free, and yeah, it's free. It's I think somewhere in here they show it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's displaying. It's free interior, and it can. It was easy to use. Yeah, I mean they even claim that a kid will be able to use this with no problem. Like that just I don't really think that's possible. But okay, right? Just um okay um okay. So the reason I use this software is because it's free at first, and second, it's claimed to be open source. Yeah, that's they say in the sourceforce.net. It's also using the license of GNU public license, which means, well, you can tell uh, this app does not have any plan to be make you forced to pay or anything. Okay, so the second reason I'm using this because the alternative, let me show you ketchup. Okay, all right. About SketchUp, this is the 3D modeling app that I used to learn at back in the college when I was uh, having a degree for graphic designer. Now, if you ask me, do I like it? No, not really, but well, it happens. Okay, just my my parents want me to. Okay, okay. So this app, this SketchUp, that's the reason I don't want to use it because first it's paid. Okay, it's yeah, you have to pay to use app. There is a free version that use the web app, but how do I explain this? The web version, they are the the thing that I don't trust that much. Okay, let me just activate my script. So I give you uh, something that uh, yeah, the reason why I don't want to use it. Yeah, this is the plan they are giving me for now. You do notice that yeah, there's no option for it to be free, right? Well, okay, so let's look for something else. This okay. I wonder if I could get SketchUp for free. Just confusing for for me to see all this. Back in the college, the professor, the teacher just gave me this SketchUp that are already pre-installed within the computer lab. So I don't have to think about uh, you know the installing part. So whatever happened there, well, I do learn that to draw things like making a simple wall house, and it's how do I say it? Okay, I have to open YouTube and opening some Google while doing the drawing part with the SketchUp. It's hard to understand. It's not beginner friendly, to be honest with you. I literally listened to the teacher. I mean the professor, the college professor, and yeah, even after the whole class over, I still I still don't understand a thing. Well, I do understand one or two after a few weeks of using the app. Just so confusing. Okay, not to mention that they're not free. So I'm worried whatever happened with that. It might be a cracked version that I had no idea about. So um, when, whenever I feel like the part of using digital products, I'm afraid one day that the company will sue me for using the cracked version or copyright infringement. Okay, I know he's on paranoid, but I mean, listen to me. This company doesn't really care about um, making a way to help you. I mean, let's be honest. How many times you see a subscription model of service or product? Okay, let's just give me some. I give you some example. Let's say Spotify. Okay, so it's I think it's explained here without opening it. And I can consider the Spotify make money through the premium subscription service. Yeah, I mean I understand yeah, that if you have this bad feeling about subscribing to Spotify, you don't want to really pay for music. If you can just open YouTube and hey, I want to listen to certain music, just like me, who listening to this Fever 18 Sweden and Goes remix. Let me turn off that first. Okay, let's go back. And about the Spotify. Okay, just think about the perspective of the creator of the music. Yes, sure, many music is not exactly original, but is inspired by others. Okay, okay. So let's imagine you making music. Okay. you are the music creator and you're just starting. Okay, you're small, you're a creator, little bit forward, and uh, at first beginning, maybe some people notice your music and they listen. They say, "Oh, it's great." Okay, that's feel great. Okay, um, but let's just be. I mean, let's just be realistic. Okay, most of us making products creation or whatever you call it. We want to get some royalty, right? I mean, just a tip maybe to let's say just to buy a coffee or a pizza. That would be great. I mean, if I have to um, sell a certain digital product, it wouldn't be something like very expensive like that. I mean, music is do expensive product, sure. It took long effort to put all this audio parts and all the uh, auto tune and something else. I'm not really a music enthusiast, okay? So I make no not much, but like one or two. Also, but I think uh, when the part about making money, okay, maybe some of us agree that if you want to make product, you don't want people just to ask their friend and they say, "Hey, can I just copy this music from you? Because I don't want to pay for it." Okay, that's just not cool. Okay, I mean, well, even if you put a strict, how do I say, copyright license. Okay, but what make you think that will stop the piracy completely? Okay, it's almost impossible. Okay, let us be real. Someone can just bring a recorder with them, and there's nothing we can do about it. So the best thing we can do about it is just put our music in place like Spotify. So people will uh, listen to our music and we get some few royalty for uh, some kind of revenue. Okay, revenue. I just said that. Okay. Uh, the revenue will be split between you and the platform Spotify. I don't know how much will be shared. That's for people who actually make music on Spotify. Okay. Okay. The next topic I want to talk about is the right to repair. I mean, a lot of people been talk about this for a lot of times. What is actually meant to have the right to repair? Okay, okay. Let's just start from very simple thing. You you have a toys. Just let's say a toys. Okay. Um, you like this specific toy. It's been a long time you keep it and you love to play it. All right. However, let's say the battery were dead. It cannot be recharged. Well, the only things left probably to replace the battery. Okay, but if replacing the battery is enough to uh, make the toy have longer lives, make it more how do I say, last more longer than if I, as a seller or the company that make the toys, well, we didn't like it. Why? Because when you are able to replace all part and components yourself, that means the toy will be much more durable, what much have longer life expectancy, more longer than. Okay, so as company, we I don't want that. I want the toy to be uh always the always where my money came from. That's like so what should I do? Okay, what I would do, just assume I'm a jerk. Okay, I just do your typical bad company. Okay, uh, so as the company, I will wake up and say, oh, how about I make the battery were unable to be removed? That's right. If I cannot remove the battery from the toys, that's mean you have to buy the toy again, which mean another money coming to my pocket and to my company. That's right. That's how I make profit. Well, morally, it's just bad, okay. But in the world of trade and wars, everything is fair in wars and love, okay. Okay, I'm just kidding. No, that's not. This is just the bad practice or for the consumer right. Okay, back to topic. Okay, the, the right to repair is very important because if you are not only that the battery might not be able to be replaced because they are being soldered, but also if you have a very unique battery, let's say it's not square, it's not round, it's not cylinder, maybe it's a triangle, maybe it's a donut, maybe it's a sphere, or maybe something else, something that no ordinary company able to make. So the only company who can make these batteries would be my company. Okay, just saying the example. Okay, um, so let's say instead of selling toys, I sell the batteries. Yeah, the batteries are honestly it's not different from others battery. It just maybe the shape or specific. Maybe I have certain tools so that will make it able for me to fix it. Okay. But I don't want to sell it to you. Why? Because that means the toy will have a significant reduce on the profit because we are not selling as much as before. Understand that uh, in a place for monopoly, a company like to do this because it's always easier to than to think about the innovation or something else. Okay, so the part that I remember about repairing stuff, I think it's when yeah, it was when Android, yeah, Android they back then just kind of did not let me to do what I think I can do. The same way that uh, I I have Windows as operating system because it's not the best, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's Windows 10. So in Windows 10, so oftentimes that the the things you need to know about Windows 10, but uh, it's probably the last great operating system for common user. I don't like Windows 11, okay, and some manufacturing doesn't let me to switch to certain operating system anymore. Like Linux, I have problem with Linux, so I cannot install it. I mean, I can install it, but it just break my system. Yeah, so the freedom is gone. Okay, all right. Okay, but okay, where am I? Yeah, right. Okay, so as for the lake of the trail, okay, where do I live? All right. When the times you have a smartphone. Okay, this is another example. Um, let's say you have a smartphone. How many time of you having a smartphone that begin to it's already slow, so you cannot even open like a very light quick app. You cannot even open, let's say, a WhatsApp. If that happen, isn't that mean that it's already time to replace it? Yeah, you, you understand what I mean. The company want you to replace your phone. Okay, let's just say your phone never breaks, never getting slow or anything or at all. But have you ever tried to open the phone yourself? Look at your phone and see how tightly secured they are. It's slim, sure, and it's more lightweight than I remember. I think back then Motorola and maybe Nokia and Sony Ericsson they have much more heavier phone. However, the battery is easily replaceable. So even if it's being submerged in water, you just take out the batteries, buy a new one, and then slam it back, and it works like magic. Okay, but why modern phone can do that? Well, not necessarily cannot do that, but it's more like the thing is battery have the time to be considered old and no longer good. Okay, so what happened? Um, in order to find a more spacious place, they have to make the battery more slim. Okay, that's first. Second thing is that there's many components on this new phones that you need to be careful not to damage while replacing the battery, even when you're professional. Okay, that's the second. And the third, I think it has something to do with water resistance. Although not everyone has water resistance, so okay, so uh, maybe that's just the excuse for some phone. Also, I know some of you been thinking about okay, after all, the phone is gonna get slow by the time. Why would I keep it? Okay, bro, or anyone, or girl, anyone. Okay, okay, okay. You have a point, okay, I understand that. But it just matter of preference. Maybe you love this phone so much, you don't want to throw it away. Or maybe this is someone who the point that the point is given by someone who was very important to you, and by at by any mean necessary, you don't want to throw it away. So you want to keep them. So after this, what do we learn? Okay, now we know that company didn't like you repairing things. They want you to buy another new one. Okay. If you want to talk about more or find out more about the uh, right for repair stuff, I would recommend you to I think visit the Luis Roseman channel. Okay, I think this one. Yeah, this one with the clippy pictures. Okay, he talks more about the right of repair more than I know. Okay, this is the first thing. All right, I think we moving on the next topic. Let's close this one. All right. Now we talk about planet obsolete. Okay, this is still a close related problem to right to repairs. What does planet obsolete mean? Right. Planet obsolete means that it was it it was made intentional by the industry or the company to design certain stuff, certain products to not last forever or to not last long, to have a very short lifespan cycle. Yeah, so they they will make it easy for them to keep selling products over and over and over again. Okay. Um, as for example, why this matter, I think you need to know why I'm talking about this. Back then, uh, Apple was called up doing this, so I'm gonna give you the part. Okay, let me search it. I, okay, there's the loud. I think this is the news. I know, and it is the AI from Brave. Search for me. Okay, that's make it easier. Okay. This is they said about the iPhone that were being intentionally making it to be slower time over time. So it's not because the app that fill your phone that do this. No, it was after every update your phone will constantly having that it will fill everything in the system to make it slower and even more slower. You don't like it, okay? You don't. I mean, you are as comfortable. What you know is that what you buy is what you own, and the rest of it, they should not be able to tell you what you want to do with your phone, nor having access like that. Like this, a lot of access, to be able to slow down your phone is like someone actually have access to your phone. Okay, that's scary. I thought they don't look at your photos and begin putting it on their on their cloud cloud storage. Okay, that's scary. Okay, I mean, well, they kind of do. I mean, well, if you let them have access to a cloud service or something, certain cloud service, they can steal all your data, your personal chat, your pictures, everything. Okay, that's scary. Okay. No, do I hate iPhone? Not really. I mean, it's one of the most secure operating system. It has I mean, the iOS. Yeah, it has to be very secure. Also, iPhone is quite durable one. I mean, back then I have iPhone. I think it's iPhone 3GS, and it was okay. Yeah, it was great. It has more storage than I remember. But the, the thing about iPhone, it was designed for a fool, for people who will just break stuff. No, it was not designed for the rich. No, that's a lie. Nor it designed to be used by the geek or the people, the tech nerd. The tech nerd rather use Android. Okay, why why you want to get the iPhone? Because these people who has Android, they press everything they see on the internet, right? Like uh, you have ads like, oh, you win $1,000 or something like that, and then suddenly there's this app that they begin to download without them realizing anything at all, and suddenly they notice that all of these ads or unknown apps begin to show up on their phone, and then they begin complaining like, what happened to my phone? Okay, 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 just my why. So the best thing I can say about iPhone is that uh, they did not allow you to just install everything. Okay, even after you giving the authority, pressing the yes, pressing all the OK button, the Apple, the iOS system basically said no, nope, you are not gonna install that. So for iPhone, okay, this is just a personal opinion. Okay, just don't take it too seriously. Take it as a pinch of grain of salt. Okay, let's move to the next topic. And alright, this is popular. Okay, since the beginning of the OpenAI company releasing ChatGPT all over the world for people to use for free. Alright, this is a disaster. How do I begin this with? Okay, AI is great. Okay, I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, look at every games you play. They have a computer bots. Okay, right? This the enemy you shoot at, and or the NPC that give you quests or follow you around. Okay, is the AI that was specifically designed for certain tasks. So what? Why is this one different than others? Good question. All right. The first thing. Okay, AI can know lots of things. However, AI also learn like human. This is the easiest way for me to explain it. Yeah. Yes, AI learn. Not actually they are just being made and suddenly they know everything, like why Tang has rail track, why the road was not made of concrete instead of asphalt, or why the sun is round is so flat. Okay, okay, all right. So the AI actually they're scraping. Yeah, what scraping mean? Okay, let's just say they are googling like us. They use the search engine that they have to find whatever in the internet that they can read. Yes. What by I mean whatever is actually whatever, almost everything, almost. Why almost? Well, I cannot read something that has certain authentication. Let's say, okay, you're logging in with Google account. AI cannot. I mean, AI cannot read your account profile. I mean, it has password, it has username, or maybe other things that only you might know. So AI cannot access everything, but almost everything that can be accessed by people is accessible equally to AI. Okay, so that's the thing about AI. Okay, so when the things that were great big the the good part comes. Okay, that's the good part. Okay, um, the reason I want to say that the AI was great because you might have certain questions that no people can answer. Like I don't know, maybe who's the founder of a water? Okay, maybe that's just cringe. Okay, but it's also part of the task. Okay, so. There's certain question that no people can really answer, nor the internet can answer. Okay, so you might need AI to answer it because Google sometimes show no result at all. All right, that's the first thing, and then the second thing. Okay, about the AI, it's make life easier. Yes, I must admit that you can you can make AI to help you find certain things, do certain tasks. Like let's say you have a certain a text, okay, maybe one paragraph of whatever nonsense, or let's make a simple example. Uh, One paragraph of cookie recipes, okay, for making cookies, yeah. But you are not a writer, so your writing is so messed up. So what you do, of course, you will be asking AI to fix those writing to make it more human readable. I can't believe I'm saying this. But yes, AI can fix your stupid mistake. That's the second. Okay. Okay, what else? So, well, machines. Just like any other machine, AI is great uh, with calculation. So, if you need to do some counting up, some to do, I don't know, just math problem, physics, certain things. Yeah, you can ask AI for that. No problem. AI will answer whatever in your mind, even if it doesn't make any sense at all. All right, this is the downside or the bad side, I can say. Oh, wait, how long have I been recording this? All right, it's been 40 minutes. Okay. Um, for the downside, you have AI. Um, when you typing anything on the AI, not only the AI look for the answer for your question, but it also keep your question as part of its data. So what does that mean? Well, let's say you want to um, ask certain uh, people behavior based on name. Okay, this doesn't make any sense, but listen up. Some people do this. Okay, they say certain name bring bad lucks. Okay, I didn't really believe it, but let's just assume that one thing exists. Okay, just so some stupid people begin to inserting every people the name of, and then ask AI if any of these people names were among the good luck. And of course it's just scary to think that these people put your name carelessly like that. Okay, you just name, nobody cares. That what most people common would say. Okay, okay, bro, hang up. Why you don't want to put your name everywhere? Good question. Because let's just say I know your name. Okay, I know your full name. One day you were ordering a package, and then the mailman come to your house. But before he reach your house, I stand in front of your house while you were away. And then when the mailman asks am I'm gonna say your full name. Okay, so the mailman see the package, and then you are the receiver of the package. Now he will give the package to me, and I will run away with it. Okay, that's one example. Just unless you are Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Bill Gates, I think people will know you well. You don't it's almost impossible to impose to be the imposter of these people. Okay. Now, on the next thing, aside from the personal data, AI also uh, make you more lazy. Yeah, you become more lazier to do research. You don't really check anymore who's speaking of what, whose data came from, like what sources came from. Okay, that's the second thing. So you don't know who's talking, just nonsense, who's talking right, and who's the expert. So you just look at whatever the AI found, and you assume it was right. Okay, that's the thing about AI. Okay, it's some pause. Okay, right. So the reason why AI do scraping, or in here I search for why companies steal data for AI. Yes, it's just self-explanatory why companies do that is to scrape. Yeah, I just mentioned that before, and use the data for AI to train their large language model. What this mean is, yes, to make them remember more things. Is the excuse good? Yeah, to be able to generate a high quality text image and code of the climate fair use. Okay, this is bad term. Why? Because just look at YouTube. I mean, I just take like 5 seconds of someone else's video and I get a copyright strike. Unbelievable. even even when I said it was educational purpose only, I still get a copyright strike. Why? While some news still people video and post it on there, whatever that thing in the news is. Less. and they don't even have to put any swords on it. Like, okay, the fairies just confuse me a lot. Okay, I don't really like the term of that. Okay, they say despite the critics, they believe it's a blatant theft and data laundering. Okay, I kind of agree. The report and included industrial scale, race, and quality of common content. Yeah, this is also one of the reason why I don't like AI because let's say you are playing games, you know that this game were made quick, cheap, and with less to no effort. Why? Let's just say one guy reveal his trick and decide to say, I made this with AI. Okay, which part? That's what you ask. The enemy, okay, let's say he do use the AI to help him make the code, write the code, okay, for the NPC, the enemy, the AI or anything. However, because he using the AI, and he's making making the game in such a short time, you will know that this will mean lack of the optimization. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, that mean the NPC in the game, or the enemy you are fighting with, oftentimes they will be become broken. What I mean by that? Well, have you seen NPC walk towards the wall? That's one of them. And then have you seen NPC just suddenly flip or suddenly lose their part of the bodies? Yeah, that's happened, and it's just sometimes hilarious and sometimes just scary. Okay, just just bad. I don't want to play game that bad. Okay, that's first. And the second part, if they say the AI used for the graphic parts, now this is what this is the problem with the modern artists. Why? Because some arts that they use were being stolen by or artists out there in the internet. You might want to check the the generated art and compare it, and you might say, oh, there's nothing like the same. Sure, because AI mix all everything together to create something else, but they still steal from the artist itself. So it's, how do I say this, it's sad word. Okay, the artists have to put the large watermark, like this is insane. The day for wallpapers is almost over. Alright, let's continue. Okay, this is, I think it should be explained more. Tool, next is the technical rubbish. Yeah. Yes, this is also what happened to some game. Some game, let's just say Concord. Yeah, that's one of the example. That game just flips so hard. Okay, maybe this because the agenda of LGBTQ. I don't really know what exactly they want by that. Okay, but that's their problem. Okay, what else in the game that were most filled with work? Yes, it's No Man's Sky. That game has a lot of problem back then, but well, developers said we will fix and they actually do. That's great. I thought they are not made with AI, but this is just one example why. Okay, by using AI, they avoid certain costs. Okay, That's efficiency, okay, by its core. See, by removing that licensing agent company up with paying royalties to authors. Now we're talking. You don't get paid. Once I met a mafia, do you know what he say? Don't mess with person pocket. I said from their wife and children. Because this is just stealing. It's equal to crack your cracking software like games, certain tools, internet tools that uh, let let you do or help you do certain things. I mean, Windows is even has a lot of problem with the cracked version. With the license itself was mostly cracked. Okay. See, they doing it without consent or compensation. That's the problem. Okay, the commercial advertising property data is all firm to create closed system. Yeah, this another problem. Not only they stole what you own, but they don't let you see what they stole from you. Okay, that's the thing. They 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 get your data, but you cannot get their data that much. I mean, you can technically make AI to spill everything, but how do you know the AI has your data or not in the first place? That's the question. The potential market monopoly I think man mentioned that already. Professional necessity and the proper development data content trend and MRI processing based content economically feasible. Okay, make replace of content. I I don't really quite uh, put my finger on this, but it said leading to widespread practice of mass scrapping, which means the digital environment will begin with people stealing other people. So that means no one is original anymore. Because why you would want to be original if stealing make life much easier? It's basically a YouTuber just re-uploading every single video in YouTube itself and earn much more than the original content creator, and no one can stop them because they are big company. I think the best example for this is the T series when the PewDiePie were fighting against the T series. Yeah, so T series just re-uploading almost every movie from India thing, and yeah, just that when I think about it, it's monopoly. Okay, okay. Sorry about the wind. Just I use a fan here. Okay. Also my house and just near the road. Okay. We've been talk quite a lot, didn't we? Okay. How long we been talking? Okay, that's almost 1 hour. All right. The next topic. All right. This is for you gamers out there. All right. We've been having fun with games and stuff. Okay. So all right. So if you give me a minute, okay. All right. Let's say one day you buy a game. Okay. The game is great. But then, however, one day the developer said, "Hey, we are not want you to play the games anymore, despite you are the buying it, despite you are the paying for it." Now, does that sound fair? Absolutely not. Why? Because that means they can. take whatever game from you. It's the same as lending the products. Yes, you pay once, more like a lifetime plans, but with terms that say if you having certain problem in the future, the company can take away your access to your game even though you pay for it. Okay, okay. As for game, I understand that the some people do this. I mean, some developers do this. Okay, why? Because it here is actually being explained on net physical media, digital is can be terminated by the platform. You agreement file to accept shutdown or the property set to remove the title. Okay, this is what I mean when the when if you uh, break the platform agreement or the EULA end user license agreement. Okay. So maybe by saying something offensive, like something actually a hot dog is made of out of dog. Okay, that's just stupid. Just take an example. Okay, and somehow, let's say this team the part said, that's not cool. You are not allowed to be in here anymore, and they just ban you, not allowing your PC to access this team forever. Okay, I think that's a bit exaggerate, but just example, Steam won't do that. I mean, likely won't. Likely will not. The chance they will do that or their gamers will be very small because, well, you know the rules. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Okay, the reason second number one is the service shut down. This is another problem. It said the service shut down. What But you asking me, what kind of service do you mean? Okay, let's say in the game there's microtransaction. What does that mean? Well, let's say you can buy certain things in the game with actual money. Yes, I don't even kidding. There's few that I notice as far as I know. Okay, one of them is the gacha or the gambling. You can say that. What does that mean? Okay, you buy certain currency in the game, whether it be diamond, gems, money, uh, coin, or I don't know, gold maybe something in game currency. Whatever in the game that actually uh, valuable. Okay, so after you buying that with your real money, and then you use that currency to get what you want from the store. Maybe if the let's just example for shooting game, you want the RPG or the bazooka, the rocket launcher, okay, which is overpower, okay. So in order to get the RPG, you must open the gacha or the loot box or I don't know many way people talk about it. Yeah. So there's it's not guaranteed. Yes, it said not guaranteed for you to get the things you want. However, there is a chance that you could actually get. The problem is that they don't say it. What are the odds that you get what you want? Maybe 1.5%, maybe 0 to 0.1%. I mean, to be real, they won't be that generous with you. They want you to keep spending again, and again. So this is just bad practice of monetary system. That's why I didn't really like to play gacha game. Okay, although the graphic are good, it's too good to be true. You know. Okay, move on to the second thing. It would be the game Battle Pass. Yeah, often you see this in the shooter game genre, in the modern game of FPS or first-person shooter. Yeah, something like Call of Duty, Battlefield, something else entirely. You see there's something like the Battle Pass where for maybe certain days of login you get certain things, maybe after clicking few things you get certain things, after leveling certain things you get certain things. That's the things. But there is two version. The free version you get less. Okay, nah, that's not bad. At least not nothing. Unless you get something. Okay, but if you paid for the premium pass, you get almost a lot of things. It's guaranteed. However, almost every season in the game, they give you another battle pass, and you have to online and play the game for a certain time to get all of them. Yes, otherwise your battle pass will just poof gone like that. Even even after you're purchasing it, but you are not actually playing. Let's say one day you're tired and you feel like you want to take a rest. No, the game said no, that would not happen. You have to play to get what you want, or your money would not worth spending. Yes, not only the game force you to pay to get what better, but also force you to keep playing constantly. It's become painful. Okay, just think about it. The game actually force you when you already feel like terrible. It just the game actually become not good anymore. Like it began to make you question why I wanna play again. My terrible experience would be the game that's come from Chinese dev. I think the game called Afterlife. Oh, okay. Again, I think it's the opposite. Life After. Okay. Again, let's see if I write right. All right, this is the game. Yeah, it might be that is typical company for their greed. I mean, the game is good. Okay, if only they did it right. I mean, the first time I played it, it's actually awesome. I would not lie. I actually want to play this game more. But the problem is that more update coming that doesn't make any more sense. Just in some certain part, they were adding certain gears that I do not want to, certain items collectible that I don't need, I don't want. However, if I don't get it, the game will kinda depower you. Yes, your choice in this game basically you keep playing non-stop or pay for whatever you want. Yes. I don't know if this game still exists. Like I would recommend I would not recommend this game anymore. It's just my genuine reaction. Like God. Back then it was great, okay. They just ruined this game. Alright. Okay, let's back on the game. No reserve like okay, the doctor tell you to reset physical copy. This does not apply to digital copies preventing from selling or trading that game. Okay, this is another reason why they don't want you to uh, have your thing being shared Is this not cool for certain people to just copy the game? I mean, to borrow it is okay. I mean you are the guy who buying it, and other people can just use however they like it. I mean, use, not actually copying. Okay, so after they done, they return it back. Okay, that's the first thing. However, it's also bad for profit because why would you buy a game if you can just borrow it for free or for cheaper or maybe something free? Okay, that's true. Okay, this is also another one. Platform dependency. Ownership is contained on the platform and active. If the specializing keys operation, user may lose access to the entire library without being paid for it. Okay, this is the scariest part. Okay, I would not joke you. Okay, let's say one day Steam have their server get airstrike by government. Okay, well, that example. Okay, okay. I just say Steam get their server obliterated by whatever means, and all the data were gone. The backup is gone. Nothing remains out of it. That's the problem. Because if you buy the game one day before the server were blown up, well, basically that means you are not even be able to play your game that you buy anymore. The same way they did with the game The Crew. Okay, let me just search that one. Many people will talk about it. Okay, alright, this is one. Okay, alright, this is the first thing they said about what actually happened to give you some insight. Uh, the the company behind the game The Crew, which is Ubisoft, they made The Crew, the game that you pay for a full price game, the same way you playing, you buying for product expecting it to be uh, wait for everything. It's not borrowing, so you expecting for long time access. That's the first thing. However, suddenly they are announcing they are giving a shutdown for the server. Okay, which is not good because they are selling the game few days as well before the server were actually closed. I mean, Steam do allow for refund, but what happened the day after the refund time is gone? Yes, that's what happened. If you cannot refund anymore and your game actually cannot be playable, you actually been scammed. That's just horrible. Just imagine the people who buying the game and they are actually losing money, not just money, just they lose actual happiness to play the game or even to trust to buy the game anymore. That's they well they're now thinking about sailing in the pirate. They can pirate in the pirate bay, yeah, cracking the game and sort. Oh, one want to buy the game that has access to online service forever because they could just take it away. And what makes you think you can stop them? You're not the government. You are just ordinary people, just ordinary gamers like just like me, who are well nobody in this big industry. Okay, this is for the crew. Okay, this I think it's already been tailed. back then, Ubisoft, the company, I think the CEO was stating, I think it said the executive, yeah, the executive people who state that the gamers should get used to not owning their game. That's the big problem. Why? Okay, you might think to actually use subscription is actually great. Yeah, I won't say it's bad. I mean, I kinda agree. Why? Because back then, I think we still have uh, Xbox game subscription. The Xbox game subscription. Okay, let me just search it. Okay, let us use my pri- private search engine. Just better. Okay, yeah, they still have it. The Game Pass, that's what they call it. Which means that if you pay for certain amount, you can play a lot of games, and you don't even have to buy all of the game. You can play any of the things they offer you within the agreement, the plan of agreement. Okay, so you can play any games like that. uh, so that's mean you actually have the freedom. Yes, that's actually great. However, where's the problem come? Okay, you would not like me to say it to you. I'm gonna say what's the problem uh, with the subscription model or the lending program or something like that. Okay, imagine a world where you own nothing. Okay, that's what I think the World Economic Forum said. Yeah, WEF. I think if I remember correctly, they say something like this. Yeah, this is the one. Yes, this is the came from the economic forum itself, and press used the critic of the word. It's just scary when they think that you own nothing and be happy. Okay, you rent everything. Okay, imagine you instead of buying a house, you rent a house. Instead of buying a refrigerator, you rent a refrigerator. Instead of buying a car, you rent a car. Instead of the having what else? A bed. Yes. Instead of buying a bed, you rent a bed. What else? A knife probably. Instead of buying a knife, why you just rent a knife? Why that just make any not make any sense? Okay, just why? The problem is that if you rent everything that you own nothing, okay, this should be separate part. Okay, okay. So let's talk about you own nothing. Okay, you rent everything. Okay, let's just say you rent everything. Then who own it? Obviously, it's not you. Then who? Yes, the rich people. Yeah, who else? They are the one who benefiting. Why they saying this? Because everything become much more expensive. Let's say you want to have a house, you see the house market crisis everywhere. Even though it's no longer the day the Great Depression is no longer exists, but still the everyone in the country was struggling to own a house. That's the fact, and there's nothing you can do about it because, well, mafia and something like that control the price for a house. Not even that, even the government, yeah, the government make horrible regulation so that yeah, people owning property it became much more harder for common people to own. So, what else should I be speaking? Okay, and the part and be happy. Okay, in nutshell, you cannot rent a food. How do you supposed to do that? I mean, you eat the food, you consume it. Yes, that's not renting, that's buying it. I mean, yeah, let's just be real. But are you happy? Well, yes, of course, you buy something what you want. But let's say you are in buffet or all you can eat, yeah, or all you can eat restaurant. So you pay for quite a lot of price, yeah, for access to the food for certain limit of minutes or certain, I don't know, certain. They have rules, okay. I don't know. I never been there. I just know they let you take whatever they serve. Doesn't matter what. So after that you will begin to eat everything as much as you can. That's great, right? Yeah. Sometimes you do. Which part was not great? Okay. Remember when I say about renting everything? Okay. You might don't want to rent a car. Why? Because when you rent a car, well, let's just say you rent a Tesla car, something modern, something great. Okay. What happened when the Tesla car were you forgot to pay the subscription the yesterday and the next day it's expired and you cannot use your car anymore. Instead of stupid, you pay for the car like I know like million something and thinking you were actually buying it. No, you're just renting for it. It's correct. Okay, what you buy is not a car, but the metal the metal things or whatever the hardware that is. The actual car, no, you're not buying it. The software locked down your car so you cannot drive it. And if, however, you are driving, well, I don't know, going downhill and somehow you forget your subscription, you forget your subscription to pay yesterday, and the car begin to say, from because you forgot to pay, we will stop making the car working. Okay, the brake doesn't work. What happened next? Well, you end up down onto the cliff or the abyss. Just a bad. Okay, you don't want that to happen. The second thing is about renting thing is that when well just crazy things happen and somehow you broke it. If you own the car, well that's not much a problem. I mean, it's still a problem. You have to maybe think about repairing it, but you can consider it another day. But if you're renting it, oh, that's different things. Why? Because if you're renting a car, that mean you have to keep the car in a good status, okay, in good condition. Yeah, I said because you. one day the company make want to put it back your car. Just the same way when you take uh, uh, what do you say lending money lend to lend money on the bank, yeah, for buying a cars. And if you cannot pay the whole money, the bank will take away your cars even though you pay like, I don't know, 90% of it. But still the bank say, oh no, you are not gonna drive that car, and just take it away from you by force. Yeah, that's another reason you don't want to rent. All right, let's come to the next thing. All right, this is also the same problem with the games. You will notice it's the same. It's been explained before. So the game cannot be for some game cannot be played forever. Yeah, some game just cannot be played forever. Why? As the feature online only. Yeah, this is the problem. And server dependent service. Okay, why that's happened? Well, like I said, they need money to run the server. Okay, it's not free. It's yeah, you paid for it. Well, there is free server, sure, but the service will be bad. The game will be laggy. Who will play the game with server like that? So they have to pay for a good server. I like come about the server now. The second part of it that uh, oftentimes this game, yeah, they're tightly uh, tightly bound with the microtransaction. Anything that depend heavily on, yeah, the processing item. The saving progress might not really be important. You can play from the start, like every other people do. Sure, why not? At least you can play, right? That's the problem. And multiplayer assets can punish. That this is the problem. And the thing is that when you don't, as developer, you don't have the capability to let the people make their own dedicated server games. The games basically die, like truly gone to no existence. The only thing that can remain probably is just their Wikipedia. This is the problem with the online game. Well, not every online game, sure. Yes. So, what happened to a good game that has ability to be able to be played? Okay, the good example would be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. It or any other Call of Duty before the other, yeah. I mean, I grew up with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, yeah, the original game, not the remaster. You don't want one, and this is the game that you can play. It has great campaign. Okay. Also, it also has three modes: the campaign, the Spec Ops, and then the multiplayer. In the Spec Ops, you actually given a choice. Either you want to play a survival, which means to survive as long as you can from the waves of enemy, and then the mission that were kind of more like extra task or extra mini game inside the game. Okay, we just did that. That's the multiplayer part. And the multiplayer, yeah, they do once have a official server, but they no longer be maintained by the developer, the Activision. So what happened is that they let the player make their own server. So that what happened. Well, I think some ways to make server is quite questionable. But that's another topic. But at least they give us option. Okay, that's good. That's what we want. Okay, okay. What else? I think we talk. You know, talk about the games. Now people realize uh, that the industry playing a terrible monopoly with cameras. So gamers fighting back. What happened? Okay, there's a non-profit organization or movement that's uh, that was made to make the game are more fair for gamers for no longer taking away their rightful purchase from the game from the gamers. Yeah, the company wouldn't be able to do it anymore if the law pass. Well, the thing is that it's only available currently on the in the European nation. So the movement is called Stop Killing Games. Yeah, it's the first thing that came. Yeah, this is what they've been talk about. You might want to watch yourself. Yeah, this is the full conference, and I think the man speaking here, he run the channel of Accused Farm. I forgot the name, but he's the guy who make things possible. If if only it comes earlier, but at least we get something good, right? Okay, that's things. That's good news for you and me. That thing, games should be equally protected, just like any other product. Just like a book. Like imagine you own a book. I mean, you buy the book. The rest of it, well, there's nothing that can be done about it. Okay, not even the owner. Let's say you want to burn the book, sure, you pay for it. You want to put certain cover on it, yes, you own the book. Why not? You want to lend it to someone, the book, yeah, you own the book. So why you shouldn't? Okay, but let's say the owner, I mean the writer of the book, the publisher of the book say, oh no, we don't want you to do that. I want your book back. Okay, even without refunds. No, that is not cool. Not cool at all. So we want the game to be like that, like the book, yeah, the protected as much as like the book, and not treated as a quick cycle uh, life term, something like cabbage now. It's a digital asset. It's asset. Yes, I said it. It's asset, not liability. It was meant for consumer good with long life expectancy, if not forever. I mean, the first reason you buy the game is to be able to play it for as long as you want, right? And this is why we are moving in a good direction. Yeah. Now, what else we be talking again? All right, all right. It would be the yes, the California age verification law. Okay, you might wondering why I'm talking about this now. Well, actually, the reason let's get from the start. Okay, let's get some stars. Why, if you go to the internet one day, that the government will ask you to give you your ID, whatever that is. It could be your citizen card, it could be your passport, it could be your I mean the driving license, something else, whatever. Basically, an ID. You get you get the picture of it and your face as well to be scanned and the data to be saved on the government server. Uh, Well, why they are doing this? Okay, they claim to protect the young people or the children. But is that the truth? Mm, no. Why? Because, like I said, it, the content of things in the internet, even with all the censorship, what make you think you can actually stop all of them? I mean, they can just use a VPN. What is VPN? A VPN is basically saying you want to use internet from another country. Alright, let me just make a quick search. That, yeah. It's a service, yeah. It is a service to create a secure encrypted connected into the internet, basically making your private tunnel that your data and prying eyes. Yeah, even most could, even most kids know how to do this. They could just open Google and how do I bypass things? Okay, there is nothing such as thing, such as that. So what will be the thing they search? How do I bypass certain access? And they will find out that VPN will work. And they will find out and asking what is VPN, and that is continue again and again and again, basically bypassing all those steps to do age verification program. All right. So after this, why this is matter? Okay, because there's saying on the internet, if you have nothing to hide, you don't have to worry if you have nothing to hide. Yeah. Well, is that really true? I mean, are you sure about that? You said, okay, I have nothing to hide. Then why are you wearing clothes? Go naked. Go naked in public. Let's see how you like that. Okay. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, okay. But, Um, now, that's just the simplest explanation I can give you. You do have something that people don't want you to know, and you have every right to worry about it. Okay, you don't want people to find out. Well, even if it's not your naked body, they will to know your house location, your I don't know, your recent visit, where you been, who you talk to. No, that's just sound awful. You're being stalked at this point. Why even why even bother writing it? You've been stalked by the government, by the company. Why? Why? Why you let them do this to you? Okay. So the verification law, the intention is good. The practical appliance bad. Yes. Especially when they make operating system ask for age verification. I mean, if you have Linux, which is basically open source, and in the mind of the open source, it should be free, safe, and secure. Should be for everyone, without a question, without a doubt. Uh, but things will be changed if that applied to Linux. It's no longer the operating system that matter with your privacy. No, that would be bad. And I'm just saying that. Well, I know you don't care much about privacy. You really you are not the kind of paranoid people that like me who just hey, I don't think I need to worry about that. That's really not nothing and doesn't have nothing to do with me or something else like that. No. That's the problem. You let these bad people do the laws. You let them make these laws. Please, next time, just don't vote for bad people. Okay, just people are stupid. I understand, but please, God, I think I think I've been talked too much. How much? How long have we take? Yeah, that's about 1 hour and a half. I think I'm about to stop right now somewhere here. So that's all I've been speaking about. There's more into the internet uh, things. I can really say everything. I think you need to take a break. Okay, and I write a novel. So in case if you want to read the novel, yeah, I'm gonna give you the link in my community post. And what else do I need to say? Well, I don't think I remember something else I need to say. I guess that's all for now. So I see you I see you next time, I guess. Bye bye. See ya.